that's easy. You know, I understand the frustration that people have, but I would strongly argue for the fact that most of the progress we've made in this country in the last 100 years is because of the Democratic Party. And when we look back on that progress, whether it's civil rights or human rights, women's rights, whether it's economic progress, tearing down the barriers to college education and home ownership, it is justice, the justice system. The Democratic Party, up until, this is self-serving to say, till January 2001, had at least some power in our government. We either had the presidency, but when we didn't have the presidency, we had one or both houses of Congress. For the last 5 years, we've had no power at all. And that makes a big difference. Because when you look at the way the House of Representatives has been run, it has been run like a plantation, and you know what I'm talking about. It has been run in a way so that nobody with a contrary point of view has had a chance to present legislation, to make an argument, to be heard. The Senate's not that bad, but it's been difficult. It's been difficult. So here's what I'm suggesting. If you don't like the way things are going now, the Democrats have to be given a chance to get back into power. Because only then will we be able to get back to economic policies that lifted everybody up. You know what I loved about the 1990s? It made a lot of millionaires, but it also took more people out of poverty and more people into the American middle class than it ever happened any time in our country's history. More people went to college. Now what's happening? It's being more expensive, and the door is shutting once again. People had jobs, and jobs with a future. What's happening now? People may or may not have jobs, but they're jobs without benefits. You have to work 2 jobs in order to make what you made with 1 job. People had pensions and retirement security. That is all at risk. And remember, it was this president and his Congress that wanted to privatize Social Security just this past year. Left to their own devices, the entire history of progress of the 20th century would be eliminated. So, I think we've got a great history to stand on, and obviously we have to keep looking about how we make those values and those programs relevant for the future. How do we get back to an economic policy that creates 22 million new jobs and lifts people out of poverty again? How do we get to a health care system where everybody is guaranteed health care in this country and nobody is left uninsured and left behind? How do we truly fix our schools, not with some kind of legislation that promises to do it and never provides the money, but with the resources that are necessary to help lift up every single child? So I think we've got a good record, and we've got turned around, and we had good people running. So whether you're in harm's way, looking for a job, hoping to keep health care, hoping to have a pension, I think the Democrats have a lot to offer, and I hope that we get a chance this year in these 06 elections to take back the House and the Senate and get back to doing the business of the people once again.
The leak filed with the prisoners in New York State. Many of them were former members of the Black Liberation Army and the Black Panther Party. They've been in prison for 20 to 30 years. Would you be open to reviewing their cases and perhaps granting them clemency?
Well, no one's ever asked me that before, and I would be happy to look into it. I honestly don't know anything about it, but we will look into it. If you will follow up and get us some information, I will do that.
You want me to post the national?
I'm going to follow up now. Follow appointment, I'm going to have a liaison from us to you. I'm going to be still right now so you can review those cases. You got that commitment for Senator Clinton. Thank you. Senator Hillary Clinton.